the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
The best of the middleweights have tried to take away his crown, but with worldwide audiences looking on, the result has always been the same. Marvin Hagler has stopped them cold 11 consecutive times. John the Beast Mugabi, the knockout artist from Uganda. The Beast is known to stalk his prey and deliver a shot that none can survive. Many have stepped into the ring with Mugabi, but no one has been able to go the distance. 26 fights, 26 knockout victims. Tonight, John the Beast Mugabi will attempt to do what no other middleweight has ever done. Take the belt from Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
The officials are signed by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the next bout of the evening. The judges are Jerry Roth, Dave Moretti, and Dalby Shirley. Your referee is Mills Lane. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. Introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of Kampala, Uganda, now out of Tampa, Florida, weighing 157 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career, 26 wins, 26 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, John the Beast Mugabi. And in the red corner, from Brockton, Massachusetts, weighing 159 1/2 pounds. His professional record consists of 61 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 51 KOs. He is the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler, 61 victories, 51 of them by knockout. Came in at 159.5. Mugabi at 157. Slight reach advantage to Hagler. And these two gentlemen about the same height as you can see. It's a good physical matchup.
Any question from the challenger or his chief second? Any question from the champion or his chief second? Let's get it on. Come on.
Let's get it on. All right. Mills Lane from Reno. An experienced referee of championship bouts. And we are just about ready to go. Hagler in the corner to our left, just above us in blue trunks, Mugabi in white. Round 1.
Anytime there's 2 punches, Tim, there's immediate excitement. And Hagler is not fighting southpaw. Tim, he's fighting orthodox style. There's a surprise right off the bat.
Can feel the tension in the crowd. High anticipation to watch Marvelous Marvin Hagler and the dangerous puncher John Mugabi.
Mugabi throws punches from all angles. They're very, very unorthodox.
Left hook from Hagler.
I want to tell you, if that left hook of Mugabi landed, Tim, it may have been all over. He had some leverage on that punch.
He can really sling that left hook, but it usually comes from way outside. If he lands, yes, anything's possible. We might have Hagler in our lap. If he misses, of course, Hagler, the consummate boxer, can counterpunch back.
So I'm very surprised that Marvin Hagler is fighting orthodox style. He hasn't fought southpaw as yet.
I think Hagler's showing some proper respect for the punching power of Mugabi here as he's literally feeling him out in round number 1.
The left hook from Mugabi blocked perfectly by the hand of Marvin Hagler.
Hagler's counter-punching beautifully right now, Tim. Blocked 2 punches and counter-punch with a left hook.
Right hand lead by Hagler.
And left hook by Mugabi, Tim.
Right landed by Hagler. And Mugabi counter punches back off each of those, but Hagler has been able to score with the lead.
At this moment, Tim, there's a lot of snap in Mugabi's punches. I don't think I can remember back when Marvin ever started a fight boxing from the orthodox style.
I can't either, and he hasn't turned around as yet.
That takes discipline, Tim, because I know he's more comfortable as a southpaw.
Under a minute to go. What you're thinking about that? The fact that we mentioned earlier that he has been very effective fighting orthodox in recent fights? Or does it have to do with this particular matchup against Mugabi?
Well, I think that they really thought they could foul Mugabi up because he's been working against southpaws all along, and all of a sudden he comes out, and Hagler's not a southpaw.
Mugabi so far has shown good discipline and poise.
Yes, he has.
And a wild swinging right by Hagler missed, and he paid for it with punches back to the body. An overhand right landed on the dome of Hagler.
Tim, Hagler is feeling those punches, believe me.
Final seconds of round 1. A tough round, and Hagler with a fury in his eyes. Mugabi yet to go back to his corner. So these guys have certainly felt each other out, to put it mildly, and the tempo of the round picked up as the 3 minutes went on, and there were some heavy punches landed, particularly by Mugabi in the final minute.
Get that jab working now, right? You see how he's coming at you. See the kind of pressure he's putting on you, right? Okay. Start using that jab on him. You see the disc pressure he's putting on you? Start using the right jab. Pop, pop, pop. Huh? All right? Right-hand or southpaw? He's going southpaw around. Use that jab. Work the jab a little bit. Keep him right out. They see the shot taker, right? You're blocking good, you're moving good. Okay? Get rid of him.
All right.
First round out of your system.
All right, Tim. Goody Petronella told him to start using that right jab, which means he's going to switch back to the southpaw style this round. Let's see what happens. I know that Mugabi got Hagler's respect that round. I could see it on Marvin's facial expression. He knows he's in with a bomber. Now he's a southpaw, Tim. Now he's back in this comfortable position.
Round number 2, scheduled for 12, remember, under the WBC regulations for this bout. There's a left landed by Hagler.
2 left hands by Hagler, Tim. But you know, we always say a left hook is the way to beat a southpaw, and Mugabi's got a vicious left hook.
Solid jab by Hagler scoring. Left to the body underneath the elbow of Mugabi.
And Hagler is doing exactly what Goody Petronella told him. He's using that right jab and moving to his right, trying to negate the punching power of Mugabi.
It has worked so far. He has scored consecutively. And a left hook lead lands.
Hagler was a little wide with that punch, though, Tim.
Solid left by Mugabi. Hagler coming in. The slugfest is on.
And Mugabi is not getting the worst of it at the moment.
He is not. He has not backed up a step, and he looks very relaxed.
Tim, this is a war. Hagler knows he's in a fight.
Solid jabs by Hagler.
In the gym, Mugabi looked awkward. He looked off balance. I haven't seen it in the fighters yet, Tim. Looks like a fighter.
Under a minute to go, round 2, scheduled for 12. A left lands from Mugabi. And a right.
Every punch is a bomb.
The right, that time, picked off by Hagler, but he had his own glove knocked into his face. Hagler missing.
Mugabe's unorthodox style. He feinted a right hand, full left hook before, Tim. I don't think Marvin has seen anything like this.
Good combination that time by the champion.
Look at the steam coming off Marvin Hagler's head.
Under the 30-second mark we go. It is still cool here in Las Vegas.
Tim,
A rainy, cool day.
to the body and a good right hand by Mugabe.
The left to the ear of the champion from Mugabe.
And a good right hand to the body. He's allowing Mugabe to get set, Tim, which is not a good idea. Now he moved.
Mugabe tried to surprise him with that left hook just before the bell, and a little measure of respect there for Mugabe. A little tap on the arm for Hagler. I think they both have realized that, hey, they are not the unequals that a lot of people thought they were going to be. Let's listen in John Mugabe's corner.
Two things, John, listen. One, don't drop your hands.
Don't let him back you up.
Don't let him back you up. If you're in doubt, you drop your hands.
Spit that out, John. Spit that out. Run it, John. Spit it out, John. That's good.
John, listen, Jim, if you've got a problem, you hide behind your hands and you bend down. You don't let him back you up. Break his heart.
Jim,
Right.
shield.
Get him up.
Okay, put them in, John.
Yeah.
Grease, John. Jim, grease. Okay, keep still, John. Let me have a look at you. Don't look down to the floor. Look at him. Move your head. Do the business, okay?
Now, John, listen, you're already a hero.
All right?
All right, it's all yours.
Well, a counsel from Mickey Duff, the manager, along with trainer George Francis. Duff, the more vocal. What do you think of what he told
Well,
Mugabe?
Tim, he told him, don't drop your hands. Don't get careless. He says, anytime if you feel a little trouble, he said, bend your knees, keep your hands up good and high.
I liked his line, keep your hands up, don't back up, take the heart away from Hagler by not backing up. Well, that's a sound counsel, but I don't think that Marvin Hagler is about to lose heart.
Well, Marvin is moving the way he should move now, Tim. He has to constantly move to his right and use that jab, make Mugabe reach for him. Anytime he's in front of Mugabe, he's in trouble.
Almost surrealistic scene with the steam coming off the dome of Marvin Hagler and the cool air here of Las Vegas. You can see that Hagler averages just a little more than 5 rounds about. Mugabe in his first 26 barely finishes 3. He knocks most people out. We're into round number 3 now.
It's a good counter punch by Hagler. He's got Mugabe reaching a little bit now, Tim.
A good block by Hagler. He picked up that wide left.
Hagler switched around again, Tim. He's boxing orthodox style again. Now he's back to southpaw. He does it so smoothly, it's hard to pick up.
Mugabe teeing off a little more here in the 3rd round.
Marvelous Marvin is making him reach now, Tim. Moving away from Mugabe's power. I'm waiting for Mugabe to rip a right-hand uppercut, Tim. He looks like he's setting Hagler up for that punch. There it is.
Right hand by Mugabe.
Tim, it didn't land. It was blocked, but it still knocked Marvin back about 5 feet.
Yes, it did. He threw his hands up, and that power just moved him back.
And Marvin landed a good right hook.
Hagler working the body with 2 shots.
He has Hagler backing up, Tim.
Under a minute to go in round number 3. The 31-year-old champion. Some people wondering about his age, but he always trained so superbly, never out of shape, never been a factor for him.
Again, that left hand of Hagler's is a little wide. Not throwing that straight dart down the middle. But again, when he can slide to his right, Tim, that's when he's effective. Use that right jab and stay away from those counters. They should tell Mugabe in this corner to move to his left. He's making Mugabe reach now.
2 solid right jabs by Hagler.
Sliding to the right and jabbing. Now it's up to Mugabe to move the other way.
Coming to the end of round number 3. Well, again, some defiance from the challenger, but a good round for Hagler.
You're getting to him with the jab and be the aggressor.
John,
Hold it, hold it.
right. Don't drop your hands. Right.
A little bit blood there somewhere.
No.
Well, it must be, yeah. A little patience, you'll be all right with this guy. You can't make a mistake. You're right, you're working on now, right? All right.
Tim, I'm surprised that in neither corner are they using a blanket or a heavy towel to keep these guys warm, because it is cold out here, and they have a tendency to cool down. I'm surprised at both cornermen.
The air is cooler as the evening has gone on, too. We've been here since 6 p.m. Las Vegas time, and it is definitely cooler. There's Sugar Ray Leonard and giving some counsel. You can see how chilly it is. You saw Ray warming his hands there, and he's got a sweater and a jacket on. John Mugabi, well, I think he has surprised a lot of people so far through 3 rounds. We scored that last round for Marvin Hagler using that right jab to good effect. I would call the fight dead even through 3. Gil, would you agree?
Just about it, Tim.
Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, Al Bernstein at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And there is some drama in this bout, definitely.
Mugabi is allowing Hagler to move the way he wants to move.
He seems to be content to stay in the middle and just kind of pivot with Hagler.
He's allowing Hagler to get 3 shots now, though, Tim. No counter from that right-hand miss by Hagler.
A left by Hagler and a counter back right from Mugabi.
Low blow by Hagler. There's Mills Lane right on the ball.
Mugabi has not backed up so far. Has hardly blinked, and he's taken some good shots.
Very fast hands, though. But again, it's the pattern of the fight that counts.
And the pattern working currently in the favor of the champion Hagler. Using the jab, moving around a stationary target. Another solid jab, left of the ear behind it. Good combination by Hagler. Piston-like jab. Missed with a big left hook.
Then that could have ended it.
Yes, it could have. Solid jab. Mugabi not leading here as Hagler just keeps the pace on. Under a minute to go, round 4.
That was Mugabi's feet got tangled. Then he was able to get hit with a couple of counter punches.
Hagler blocking effectively. Mugabi has shown he can take a punch. How many is the question?
He throws punches from unorthodox angles. He's always dangerous.
Under the 30-second mark we go. Round number 4, scheduled for 12.
There's that uppercut. That's that punch I thought he was setting Hagler up for.
He landed it. He landed it. And Hagler keeps coming forward. Humping that jab. There's a right counter back from Mugabi. Right hand to the ear at the bell for Mugabi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a contest. Let's go into Mugabi's corner. Trainer George Francis, manager Mickey Duff.
Hey, John, take some deep air. Let him have a breather, Mick. Hold on. Hold on. Let him spit it out. Spit it out. It's in the back. Right here. Right here. Okay, I'm the boxing guy, okay? You're boxing like the world champion.
The best punch of the 4th round was that uppercut by Mugabi. And there it is, between the gloves and rocking the head back. But over the round, Hagler using his right jab effectively.
Tim, but one of the keys could be that Mugabi landed just about his best punch of the fight, and it didn't really bother Hagler that much.
Have a little more patience.
Quite true, Gil, although I think the converse is also true. Hagler has been landing a lot of blows to Mugabi and hasn't been able to make him back up. I think we're in for an entertaining evening, to say the least. Round number 5. Mugabi comes up quickly this round, and that gets Marvin's attention.
I think it was the blue trunks that came out quickly, Tim. Landed 5 or 6 good solid punches.
Round 5 scheduled for 12.
There's that quick left hook of Mugabi's. But again, Hagler's moving to his right, taking a lot of that power away.
An interesting progression in the fight for sure. The first round, working from the orthodox or right-handed side. Hagler was unable to accomplish a great deal against Mugabi. We scored that round close for Mugabi. A very close, probably even second round, and Hagler had switched around to his more comfortable southpaw stance. Since then, it's been his aggressive jabbing and some effective counterpunching by Mugabi, with neither fighter able to back the other up.
There's that uppercut again by Mugabi. And there it is again. Hagler's left hand today is not that straight, Tim. He used to throw a good straight left hand. Now it's a little wide. Every time he's thrown it in this fight, it's been, there was a pretty straight left hand. But now Hagler is not moving the way he's there. He's moving back over to the right again. This is a mind over matter fight.
Solid body shots from the champion in that exchange. Mugabi just stands in the middle of the ring, pivots around as Hagler circles. Now he comes forward. Under a minute to go. Round number 5. Solid uppercut from the challenger, but that jab from the champion right back.
Then the big difference in this fight right now is Marvin Hagler's stiff chair. Everything else is just about equal.
On the scoreboard, that will likely show up. Part of all 3 judges, Jerry Roth, Dave Moretti, Dalby Shirley, all from Las Vegas. Under the 30-second mark we go. We've been joined at ringside by Tommy Hearns. We're going to have him get involved with us in round number 6. An interested observer for sure. The jab landed. The left behind it was blocked by Mugabi.
Again, that wide left hand by Hagler. But that jab is working overtime, Tim. There it is again.
Final seconds of round 5. Straight left to the nose of Mugabi just before the bell, but he didn't move. He didn't move. Into Marvin Hagler's corner we go. Goody Petronelli in. Gil, I would think you'd have to feel that Hagler is setting what appears to be a winning pace. How much danger do you still recognize in Mugabi's punching power based on what you've seen so far?
Tim, Mugabi is going to be dangerous even if he's falling down. I'd never relax if I was Marvin Hagler in this fight.
First, you know, he's going to start getting reckless. He'll start coming up, leave himself open, understand? Just combinate 1-2 jab, mix them all up. We'll see the shot. You're going to try him in tight a little bit, see what he does in tight. And then those punches up and in, all right? But have a little patience in.
Okay, gotcha.
You're doing it now, man.
Well, there is Tommy Hearns, who's joined us at ringside here with Gil Clancy and Al Bernstein. And Tommy coming off a startling, sensational one-round knockout of James Schuler to win the NABF middleweight crown and do his part in creating the rematch. It's now up to Marvin Hagler. And Tommy, 5 rounds have gone by. Did you expect Mugabi to still be here? What are your impressions?
Well, Tim, I thought it was going to be a tough fight. I thought that the guys would go in there and take a few rounds. I thought it would definitely take a few rounds before they really start connecting. Right now, they're starting to slow down now, especially John Mugabi. He's sitting there, he's like a sitting target right now. And therefore, Hagler is using his jab very effectively and building up points with that jab. I think it just be a matter of time before Hagler be able to get that left hand right through there.
Are you saying then that you think that it'll be Hagler's power ultimately, that he'll stop Mugabi before 12?
I think I don't think it will go 12 rounds. I think that Marvin Hagler will stop him.
All right, Tommy Hearns with his viewpoint, and as we said, if anybody's really interested in the outcome, it's Thomas Hearns.
Tommy, you mentioned that Marvin's going to get that left hand through there. But so far since the fight started, I've noticed that he's been throwing his left hand very wide. That's about the straightest one he threw.
Well, what Hagler is doing is looping. He's looping his left hand. He's not shooting a straight left hand. The first left hand I seen tonight was his left hand just a minute ago.
A test of physical strength now, and Hagler's landing a good combination. But he can't move Mugabi back.
My God, Tim, what punishment this Mugabi's taking, and he's still there.
Hagler with target practice now, but he just cannot move Mugabi back. A warning to from Lane for a low blow again. A right hand lead by Hagler, keeping the pressure on it. He caught a left counter. Another left counter from Mugabi, and Hagler won't move back. A test of wills, finally. Mugabi driven back to the ropes. 2 consecutive right hands. Finally, the legs of Mugabi starting to show a little wear. Hagler keeps the pressure on. The months of preparation, the conditioning, Hagler showing here as he fires one punch after another. But Mugabi still on his feet.
Tim, we talk about a guy with an iron chin. Mugabi has it.
There's an uppercut from Hagler.
Hagler better not punch himself out, Tim.
Now Mugabi firing back.
Better not punch himself out.
John Mugabi is some tough customer. Takes another shot.
He's hit Hagler with some good shots too, Tim.
Finally, they clinch along the ropes. First time Mugabi attempted to grab Hagler. And Mugabi fires back. He lands a left hook.
Mugabi is tying now.
What a round! Let's go back into that 6th round as Hagler really turned it on. That was the only time that he ever actually moved him back. And he had taken a ton of punches before that.
Tim, and the reason he moved him back is because his legs were out of position. But he took some shots, and Marvin better watch out. He better not punch himself out with this guy. At the end of the round, Mugabi landed some pretty good punches.
Yeah, I think Marvin better take his time because John Mugabi seems to be have himself together. He seems to be able to take some good shots real good.
You're listening to Thomas Hearns, who's joined Gil Clancy and me at ringside with Al Bernstein. And here comes Hagler off quickly, firing out that right jab.
Tim, if I was in Hagler's corner, that's what I'd have him doing. Just keep popping that jab, and be patient.
Hagler's left hand is getting straighter now as we move on through the rounds. He just threw another straight left hand there.
Mugabi just gets himself planted in that wide stance and says, move me, try to. Well, Hagler's doing it now. We're in round 7, scheduled for 12. Well, Mugabi just leaned back. Hagler missed him, nearly fell down.
And there's one of those unorthodox punches of Mugabi's. You don't know where they're coming from. Boy, they have snap.
See the breath coming from him on this cool Las Vegas night. 2 cuffs to the ear from the champion Hagler. Gil, did you feel that there would be a 7th round?
Tim, I certainly did not.
Nor did I.
In the gym, Mugabi left himself wide open, but it seems when he gets hit, nothing happens.
There have been no knockdowns, although a lesser man would have gone down in round 6 from the onslaught from Hagler. Again, another warning, and they may be taking a point. Yes, they are. A point away from Hagler here in the 7th round after he had been warned twice before for low blows.
Tommy, did you notice that left hand of Marvin's that time? He just doesn't seem to be pegging it the way he usually does. Now he's fighting orthodox style.
Well,
now he's
Marvin, what he's doing, he keeps switching up, and he's trying to confuse Mugabi. Mugabi, he's fighting 1 minute as left hand, then he switch up and go to right hand, and I think that's kind of throwing him off. That's why Mugabi is standing back in that crouch in that stand.
Hagler seems to be much better off in this fight. Oh, a good straight left by Hagler. And a right hook.
Here they go again, toe-to-toe, round 7. Solid left from Hagler. Combination from the champion. Hagler having his way with the right jab. Mugabi's hands a little lower as time wears on. Bell ends round number 7. Let's go to Marvin Hagler's corner.
Don't go crazy out there now. Settle down a little bit. You know, I know you're trying for the big punch, but don't. You get the fight. You get the fight big. Don't get shook. Play it cool now, you boxing. Just keep going back to boxing. Pick your shots. Your right jab is working beautiful on it. Pick your one shot. Jab is working nice. Understand? You're in charge now. Yeah. Just don't run. Just don't go lunging at the guy. You got him under control right now.
He ain't got nothing left, bro.
Shit. Now he's making mistakes. All right?
Al Bernstein, you've got a good view into Marvin's corner there.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's one important thing. 2 actions by Mills Lane will be looked at kind of controversially when he stepped in to stop the action before and a round to go and taking that point away from Hagler for the low blows. Both, I think, could draw some criticism from the media and certainly from Hagler fans.
We're into round number 8. Tim Ryan, Joe Clancy, Al Bernstein, and WBC Super Welterweight Champion Thomas Hearns. We've got Hagler ahead, although remember he did have a point taken away in round number 7, but on our scorecard he has had the best of it since round 2, which we scored even.
Tim in Hagler's corner, they told him, you know, don't get wild, just score your points. But one mistake that Hagler, one of the fellas in Hagler's corner said he has nothing left. I'd never sell this guy short.
Well, the last time anybody went the distance with Marvin Hagler was Roberto Duran, the only man attempting to take his crown away who went the distance, 15 that night here in Las Vegas.
There you go. There you go.
Good combination by the champion, over and under and over actually. Oh, an uppercut lead, that landed, but Mugabi fires back a left.
That's what I'm talking about, Tim, when they say he had nothing left. There was plenty of snap in that jab, that hook, I should say.
Talk about well-conditioned athletes. Talk to sports fans. There's no better well-conditioned athlete than 2 championship fighters. These guys are really tuned up. Mugabi says this is the best shape he's ever been in, as one would expect him to be, taking on Marvin Hagler. 26-year-old John Mugabi from Kampala, Uganda, unbeaten in 26 fights.
Hagler is very confident now, Tim. He's smiling at Mugabi.
And a minute to go, round 8.
Well, Mickey Dubb said win or lose. He said Mugabi would come out a much more popular fighter.
No doubt about that. This young man can fight. He is an attraction. He is strong. And there's a solid right hand from Mugabi, and Hagler didn't blink.
Well, Hagler again had switched to the orthodox style. I think he had better stay southpaw, Tim. He's doing a good job with that right jab. Why should he switch off?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think Hagler, his best work is on with the southpaw position. He's giving Mugabi all the work that he possibly can stand in the left-hand position.
Tommy, you landed some real good shots in your fight against Marvin Hagler. It must be a little frustrating to not see him respond, react. That's what's happening to Mugabi.
Well, again, he's setting Mugabi up with that right jab, Tim. And that's the way he should stay. Just keep working behind that jab.
The end of round number 8. Let's go to the John Mugabi corner and listen to George Francis and manager Mickey Duff. As we point out, while Francis is in the ring, it's Duff who does most of the talking.
John, listen to Father tells you.
Believe in you, John.
John, you're giving up. You mustn't give up. You got the fight won.
You won it, baby. You got it. Spit out.
John, you mustn't wait for him. You've got to go to him. As soon as you hit him, you're hitting from where you are. You've got to take a step forward. You understand?
You believe in you, boy.
Okay, John.
You believe in you. This is what you've been waiting for.
Okay, John.
You believe in you.
John, if you lose and you tried, it doesn't matter, but you're not trying hard enough.
You can win this. Okay, you
Come on, they just took 2 points away from
Okay,
you.
John, please, for me. Okay, well,
No, not for me, and not for him, for yourself. Do it for yourself and Father.
Well, they had everybody but Newt Rockney in the corner there, trying to pep up John Mugabi. Father Tony was there, and their feeling is clear that Mugabi isn't being busy enough, that they must recognize he's falling behind on the cards. What did you pick out of that, Gil?
Well, Tim, Mickey Duff said you have the fight won. I don't know where he came up with that, but that's what he said. You have the fight won. He said, listen to the Father. Don't give up on yourself.
Well, that was the impression that I got, that they were saying, you know, don't quit on us.
Also, Tim, this is only the second. He's never been this far only one time against Hard Rock Green, so he's headed into territory that John Mugabi is not used to seeing. Went 10 with Green, but 9 rounds, he hasn't seen that very often.
I think his conditioning has already indicated that he's capable of going the distance if it goes that far. But he's going to have to make something happen, the way I see it at least. And now there's some tape that has come out the right glove of Mugabi and Mills Lane over there to make sure that's repaired.
Tim, again, they're fighting outdoors, and believe me, it's much easier to fight a lot of rounds outdoors than it is in the smoky arena. So I don't think that either guy, right now fatigue is not a factor. They're both sharp.
Tommy, I'd like to go back to that, the punching, the ability to take a punch that Marvin Hagler has shown here, and certainly shown against you. What are your feelings about that?
I think that Marvin has the ability of taking a good shot, but you know, he has taken a lot of great shots here tonight, and I give Craig what Craig is doing, and I think that Marvin definitely deserves some credit. But I think that I'm a much stronger and harder puncher than John Mugabi.
Well, that's what everybody is waiting to see if the rematch takes place.
That yet to be proven, and I'm planning on proving that.
All right, that'll be heard.
You know, this fight isn't over yet, fella. You're talking about Hagler and Hearns.
No,
Watch the fight.
There's a lot of ifs, prefacing all of that.
Right now, there's a lot of ifs, because the fight is not over. John Mugabi is still putting up a good fight. He's still trying. He hasn't quit yet.
Round 9 scheduled for 12, and there's a right hand from the challenger Mugabi. That's scored. Combination from Mugabi.
Go, John. Come on.
Some solid punches by Mugabi, Tim. Right hands right down the pipe. There it is again.
He got to bring something behind that left, that right hand. He just can't shoot that right hand and expect the right hand to do the damage. Each time he shoot that right hand, Marvin Hagler is counted over the shot.
Tommy, he doesn't have the balance. He can't come back with the left hook.
Well, that's something you got to learn in training. You got to work on.
That's the end of round number 9. A little bit of a rally by Mugabi, certainly from the pace of the fight that had been established with that right jab. Let's go to Mugabi's corner. And you heard Mickey Duff say to him, you just got back into the fight.
Now. Listen to me. The fight is even now. It's a 3-round fight from now. It's whoever wins the next 3 rounds. But, John, you can walk in and knock him out. He's only hitting you when you're standing waiting. If you walk into him, he's got a lot of respect. With your hands up, are you listening? with your hands up and weaving.
Hold on. Now, John, he's all right. Just that build up there. This is the 10th round, isn't it? Yep, 10th round. Understand?
Yep. Show you, sir?
No, this is something, that's all. Get your rhythm right back.
Get your rhythm back.
Get your rhythm back, pop, and it's, you know, you have to show them that kind of respect. Just get out there and do it, all right? All right.
Well, if you interpret those comments from both corners, I think you can see that Mickey Duff did feel that his fighter was not doing so well in the previous rounds. He said, you got yourself back into it. It's now a 3-round fight. We're into round number 10.
And Tim, they were very calm in Hagler's corner. They just get your rhythm, just keep popping, and don't show them too much respect.
Well, I got the impression that they conceded that round 9 to Mugabi with their comments of saying, just get back into your rhythm, Marvin.
Mugabi's landing a lot of good punches now, Tim.
Yes, he is. That last exchange.
Good straight right hand.
Come on, John.
This has been a terrific middleweight championship bout. We're into the 10th.
I don't think John liked that body shot just then, Gil.
No, he got hurt.
A body shot by Marvin, and John did not like it.
He was smart enough to hold, though, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Marvin's right eye is just about closed now, Tim. They were using the end swell on it last round, but it's puffy, very puffy.
Most of the swelling underneath the right eye.
Tommy, there's that wide left hand by Hagler again. He's not throwing it down the pipe.
Well, Hagler's, you know, at times Hagler falls apart. He forgets what he's doing, it seems like.
Big left hook by Hagler.
Right, wide shot.
Chopping uppercut from Hagler.
Now, Hagler doesn't get the credit for being as good an inside fighter as he is, and he's showing us why right now.
Hagler pressuring Mugabi.
Mugabi landed some terrific shots, Tim. He has to be discouraged because Marvin did not take a backward step.
He's backing up Mugabi finally.
Well, Hagler is concentrating on backing Mugabi up, putting the pressure on. And it seems like Mugabi is falling apart. He don't like it downstairs. He's trying to keep his hands down low to try to block those body punches. But all he's doing is setting himself up for some good shots to the head.
Short chopping punches by Hagler, who just pulls his way forward and keeps firing.
Well, that seems to be the ticket inside for Hagler. And Mugabi's punches seem to be lacking a lot of snap now, Tim.
Finally in the 10th round, the pace of the assault from the champion starting to show on Mugabi.
Oh, Marvin didn't like that body shot. That was a good left hook to the body.
Under the 30-second mark in round 10. The legs starting to show a little sagging under Mugabi.
He's tired now, Tim. But he still throws bombs.
The end of round 10.
John, listen to the father. You won't listen to me, listen to the father.
All right, step back, John.
You can do it. You can do it, John.
Okay,
That's right, John. You know how you feel, man.
Okay, John, we're home. John, we're okay.
We love you.
John, the first part of that round you had him out.
John,
and you
you're
looked at
okay.
him.
John, you're okay, all right? Maybe sit back and breathe in.
Breathe up. Come on now, breathe up.
Okay.
Hold up. Breathe up.
We love you, John. We believe in you, baby. You're doing beautiful.
2 rounds to go.
2 rounds,
You can
baby.
always do 2 rounds, but you've got to make the word.
Roll
6
your hand.
minutes if you do 6 minutes, you'll be the champion.
John, be my baby.
Roll your hand.
It's yours, John. It's yours. I'm telling you, John.
Push him back. Push him.
Now, John.
Got me. Push him back.
Seconds up. Keep that down.
Well, John Mugabi certainly got lots of encouragement from Mickey Duff, George Francis, and even Father Tony.
No, Tim, they made Father Tony the lead. They said, if you won't listen to me, listen to the father.
I think it's just a matter of Mugabi being tired. He's never been to the 11th round ever in his life. And he's never taken this kind of punishment at all.
Well, he's really tired now.
Well, that's the key. The key is the punishment. That's why he's tired. And Hagler keeps the heat on. Uppercut inside by the challenger.
Tim, as I said earlier, he'll be dangerous while he's falling down. And Marvin is doing a job on him now, Tim. Just taking him apart with short little punches.
Wings two over the top just for good measure, and he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. Mugabi finally goes down in the 11th round.
Stop it.
He's more dead tired than anything else, and it's all over. He's just exhausted from the continual assault. Marvelous Marvin Hagler retains his undisputed middleweight championship of the world with an 11th round knockout over a game and exciting challenge from John Mugabi. Thanks to Tommy Hearns for joining us at ringside. 129 of the 11th round. Marvelous Marvin Hagler racks up his 12th consecutive title defense, pushes his record up to 62 victories against just 2 losses and 2 draws. 52 knockouts for the 31-year-old champion, and you can see that he was in a tough fight against a tough man from Kampala, Uganda, a tribal warrior who came to fight, and the face of Marvin Hagler, the swelling under the right eye, showing that he was in there against a tough challenge tonight. A dramatic, well-fought fight. Hagler continues to impress with his determination, his poise, his skill, and his ability to finish when he's got the opportunity. They're working on John Mugabi over there. They have him seated on a stool. Dr. Donald Romeo and Dr. Flip Pomansky there attending to him, and he is apparently all right. Gillen looked to me like he was mainly exhausted from the continual punishment than from an actual kind of a knockout shot.
Well, Tim, any of these fighters that knocked everybody out, he didn't have much experience going a lot of rounds, and he got tired.
All right,
the time.
Let's get the time from
1
Chuck
minute,
Hull.
29 seconds of the 11th round. The winner by a knockout, and still the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
There is Marvin Hagler. Let's go up to our Al Bernstein if he is ready to go in the ring. Now, while we're waiting, Al hooking up with Marvin Hagler, let's go back and look at the knockout blows. That right, 2 rights in a row, and that second one did most of the damage, but you can see just how exhausted he is here. Finally, just caves in. Tremendous display by Hagler, and a great display by John Mugabi, who made a lot of friends and fans here tonight.
He certainly did, Tim. He's a really solid middleweight contender, and he'll be back. He's only 26 years of age, doesn't have much experience because he knocked everybody out so quickly. He doesn't have many rounds under his belt.
That's right. His first defeat after 26 victories. And now let's go to Al Bernstein with Marvin Hagler.
We are in the ring with Marvin. Goody and Pat Petronelli are with him. They are holding his hands up for the photographers. Mills Lane. Mills, can we sneak in here and talk to Marvin? Marvin Hagler with the win. Marvin, this is getting to be redundant. We do this about every couple of months. It's always tough, but you always show unbelievable staying power, and that's what you showed here tonight.
Show what a champion is about. I would like to take this time out if I can. This win here, I'd like to give to Rick Valenti, who's not with us, who's been a great man, and before he died, he told me, Marvin, win this one for me. And he was in the hospital before he died. And also, it's my wife's birthday, and I miss being home with my wife and my daughter. Also, my grandmother and my sister. I want to say happy birthday to all of them.
All right, indeed, Rip Valenti, your first promoter, and your wife, Bertha, obviously a staunch supporter. This fight had so many twists and turns. You came out as a righty in the first round. We were all surprised. Was that a plan to set up being a southpaw?
Right, I tried to find out to see, he was training for a southpaw. Try to see which type of strategy he had in there. Then I turned back southpaw, and I found out that I was more effective southpaw. So I kept it that way. If I was effective more right-handed, I was trained to fight continuously right-handed.
It seemed the fight turned, and we look at some of the action here as you had John Mugabi in trouble. This is probably in the 6th round when you had, no, this is the ending of the fight, excuse me. That was where you knocked him out. You had him, when you got him in trouble in the 6th, though, I thought it was, he showed amazing heart because you nailed him with some big shots.
Right, I had to back off a little more and weigh him down a little more. He was a tough cookie, you know, no doubt about it. I think he could beat any junior middleweights out there, but he didn't belong in there with me. I had to put my strength together near the end and weigh him down and then show him who is the true champ. And I think what a true champion is that person with that little bit extra, and that's exactly what I showed him.
You always seem to have it. Did he ever hurt you with any of those bombs he landed?
I think I took some of his best shots, especially
wow,
the right hand right at the end, and he seen me still smiling, you know, and I like that kind of stuff. I love a good fight. But, you know, I'm champion, and believe it or not, I'm giving it a little thought, but this might be my last fight.
I thought, Marvin, that the fight seemed to turn around completely when you started to fight southpaw, move to your right, and use the jab. Was that, do you think, maybe where it turned?
Would you miss me if I leave?